standing your ground. Shows you're strong, right? Yeah, except when it gets you hurt, and then it's just stubbornness with a bruise. All right, folks, welcome back to Sidestepping Danger. Today's tool is a 2-for-1, move and disengage. They're kind of cousins. This pair of skills will save your skin when your pride wants to get you into trouble, or when danger's in your face, but your brain's in overload. Yeah, that's right. Today is all about giving you that passport to run away. Picture this. The argument's heating up. Okay? Your chest feels tight. Your jaws may be clenched. Your feet are glued to the spot. And your brain's desperately trying to think of what to say. And maybe you have to be there. Maybe you don't have much of a choice, right? Because it's your job. Or you got to ride with someone else. You don't know what to do. Or it's not cool to back down. Or, hey, you got to get past this Karen to go pick up your kid. There's always going to be a reason. And it's always going to be legit. So what are you supposed to do? Move. Disengage from the conversation and physically move. Now, that could be as simple as stop talking. It could mean sprinting down the alley. Most people stick around too long. You see it on just about every security cam clip that ends badly. Nobody ever says, wow, they left too soon. What do they say? Should have walked away sooner. Your body, it already knows this. Your body knows before your head does, right? It's that flicker of dread, that twist in your gut, you're feeling shaking, shallow breathing. That's your signal to move, so move. Now, this is also where disengage comes in, because it's not always just about your feet. It's your words, your energy. Stop feeding them your attention. Lose the staring contest. Go quiet. Toss out a polite nod, eh? Yeah, you're probably right. Then leave. Some people talk about using the gray rock trick. You get boring. You give them nothing. Predators, they feed on the drama. So you starve them and then slip out the back. Gavin de Becker, he says that your gut is your built-in alarm. And we talked about this. We talked about listening to your body, not the label like fear or anxiety, but the sensations themselves, the signals. So the alarm rings. You don't argue with it. You just exit the building. Same here. Disengage with your words, move with your body, and do not stop until you're safe, right? That's more than just stepping outside the bar for some fresh air. No, you don't have to go back in to finish your wine cooler. Once you start moving, you don't stop until you're home behind locked doors, the tea is on, your feet are on the sofa, Netflix is warmed up and ready to go. That's your goal. And I don't even care if you're the world expert on whatever's vomiting out of their mouth, right? Danger is there, anger is high. Don't stick around. Stand up sooner. Move back farther. What do they say? You can't win a tug of war if you drop the rope. Yeah, but you can't lose one either. Now, you can gauge your response against those sensations in your body. You're at work. Someone's baiting you in a meeting. You don't have to clap back. What you can say, hey, try this. Let's circle back to that later. How's this? You're still at work. Okay, so stakes are lower, right? It's maybe not going to get physical, but it's the same process. It still happens. Say you're in a meeting, someone asks you a question, and your brain slams into park. Cool. I always have a bottle of water with me. I take a sip. That's not true. I walk over to the bottle. I take the cap off. I take a sip. I put the cap back on. This is moving. I'm buying myself time. A few seconds to reboot the brain and you're back in 4K. Moving pays dividends. It puts distance between you and the danger. That's not a bad outcome. It calms our body, right? Our body says, oh, you're listening to these fear signals? Great, we can turn down the volume. And it reboots the noggin, breaks the freeze. And you don't even need a really good plan about where to move to. Just move. Go to the bathroom. Your life is not an argument that you need to win. Coming up, we're going to be talking about how to bail. Once you've decided to move, what do you do? What do you do after you go to the bathroom? And stay safe, stay smart, and sometimes, don't forget to stay boring. All right, let's roll.